Yeah. Okay, cool. I think it's recording right now.
Yeah,
So yeah. So don't worry about like anything. If it's like too private or something, I will cut it. And if I upload the video, I will make sure you watch it first. So don't
sure.
worry, because I just want to know more about you as a person. I want to have like a cool like conversation because uh I think that I myself I love traveling, and I think like you're definitely like the one of the people that have been to the most countries that I've ever met before. So I
Okay.
think people might learn something from you as well. So but yeah, just take it very casual. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, okay, sure.
And English is fine, right? You're where are you from again?
Yeah, I'm from the US. I live in
Oh,
Miami.
okay, cool.
Yeah,
Awesome. Yeah. So let me just briefly introduce myself.
sure.
I am Barry, and I am currently in New York City. I
Okay.
just moved here from Denver. Well, you've been to everywhere, so Denver, yeah, near the Denver International Airport.
Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah. I quit my job like 2 months ago and just moved here, and I'm currently thinking what my lifestyle should be, and I'm trying to know more people. So I've been like posting videos about me online. So probably that's why you see it. And yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I found you online, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So thank
That's
you so
cool.
much for reaching out. So can you introduce yourself and tell me a little bit more?
Sure. So my name's Doug, Doug Hales. Currently, I live in Miami, but I've lived a bunch of places in between. I grew up in Pennsylvania, but then I lived in California for 11 years. I lived in San Luis Obispo. I'm not sure how familiar you are with California, but it's like halfway between San Francisco and LA on the coast.
Oh, okay.
Um, and I lived in Spain for a year, and I lived in Japan for a year. And I also backpacked around the world for a year. But all of those are like attached to different moments in my life, like different big moments in my life that kind of cause those things. But yeah, I've lived in Miami now for the last 5 years. So I moved here in 2021.
That's the background. That's Miami because it looks very like South America. That's
Oh
so
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Is that like a
This is
garden or?
this is my building. This is just like I'm sitting out by the pool at my building.
Wow, what a life. Damn, that's nice. How's the weather there? Like it's super hot in New York, so I don't know
Yeah,
about
I
my.
think it's hotter where you guys are than here. I think it's like around 90 today.
Oh,
Like
okay.
hot, but I think you guys have had like over 100, right?
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, maybe it's because there are more people here and we don't have like pool or ocean here in the
Yeah, the
city.
ocean definitely helps keep it cooler, I think. Yeah.
Oh, that's so cool that so you're currently just settle down, you're just gonna take a break or you continue traveling.
Well, I try to get out. I try to travel like as much as I can, like 5 or 6 times a year, something like that.
Mhm.
Because I get 5 weeks off a year on my job, and then also since it's remote, I can at least within the U.S. I can go anywhere. Like my sister lives in Hawaii, so I generally go out there once a year and work from there. But yeah, I can work from there, which is awesome.
What a
Uh,
life.
yeah, yeah, it's a pretty cool gig. Yeah, I moved back to. I was living in Japan until 2021, and I actually moved back to the U.S. for this job because it's remote and because it, offered me that kind of a
Uh,
lifestyle I wanted. Because when I was in Japan, I was teaching English, which is a very different life.
Wait,
um,
you speak Japanese as well, right? I think I saw that on your profile.
yeah, I speak like okay Japanese,
Wow, you
just because I
speak
don't
Japanese and what other like Spanish as well, right?
Spanish, yeah, and I speak okay
Wow,
Italian as well. Yeah.
awesome, like polyglot. I'm trying to learn all these languages at the same time as well. I speak Espanol,
Okay.
Nihongo a little bit. I'm learning. Shigoshi. Hi. Wow, where in Japan were you?
I lived in Nagoya.
Nagoya. It's on my list. I haven't been to Japan yet, but
Okay.
yeah, we wanna visit. Wow.
Yeah.
So you've been to all the continents?
Yes, that was the big thing. Because I just turned 40 this year. And for my 40th birthday, that was the big thing I wanted to do was go to Antarctica. That was the last continent for me. And So that was a crazy trip. it was
Wow.
it was 2 weeks, and we left from the southern tip of Argentina, a place called Ushuaia.
Oh,
Um,
I know. People call that the end of the world. We have a Chinese
yeah.
movie that people travel all the way there to see. Is that where the fall is?
Uh, no, you mean Iguazu Falls?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Or
Oh, that
it's
it's a
different.
different part of Argentina where that is, but yeah,
Okay, okay.
end of the world. Yeah, you're right about, and it's where basically all the cruise ships for Argentina leave. I mean, for Antarctica leave from there. Um, and you got to go like through the Drake Passage, which is the like roughest waters in the world, is what they generally say about it. Like we had when we were going through the Drake's Passage, like the boat was rocking as much as like 6 meters down, which was pretty crazy to be like on board. And
You
it's
are
like,
breaking off a little bit. I
oh
think
no,
there's around the signal. Is it me?
it's probably me. Oh, is it better?
Yeah, yeah. I think it's a little bit better now.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
So
Anyway,
you said that that was the big thing you done for your birthday.
for my 40th birthday, yeah. Yeah, we got to see, lots of penguins, lots of completely undisturbed landscapes, like with no people, of course. And we saw seals, and we saw lots of humpback whales, and it was just beautiful. It was a really amazing
Wow.
experience. Yeah.
Wow. You make it seem like 40 is like too old, but you have already been to like how many? 89 countries in
Yeah.
just 40 years. That's crazy.
Yeah,
Like
40,
when
40 not too old, but yeah, it does feel like I'm not young anymore. But yeah.
you are young, that's very young. I don't think I can hit that number when by the time when I'm 40. Wow. So when you do like all these travel, were you like mostly solo traveling or you're with some friends?
um, it kind of depends where I'm going. Like a lot of places I've gone, like my friends don't really want to come because it's like pretty far away, or it's
Difficult.
like
Uh-huh.
they think it's dangerous, or they think it's a difficult place, so they don't want to go. But those are the kind of trips where if I go solo, then I end up meeting other people who are, who want to go to those kinds of places. Or sometimes I'll go with like a solo travel group, like a tour group or a tour company, or sometimes I'll reach out on there's like find a travel buddy groups like on social media that I'm a part of, and sometimes I'll say like, hey, I'm going here, like, is anybody going to be there?
Oh, you found it before you go, or you found it when you arrived there?
uh either way, sometimes before I go, and sometimes just when I'm there, I'll randomly find people. Yeah, but it kind of
That's
depends.
so cool. Wow. So, um, you said you took like 1 year off. Just that year, you were just you were just traveling, right? You were not doing
Yeah,
any full-time job.
yeah, that was when I left California because I got divorced, and it was like a big moment in my life where it was like I kind of have to figure out who I am again.
Oh, I love
um
that. Always like that. I think that's my philosophy as well. When you're traveling, you have a lot of time that you're just like talking with yourself. You're thinking, doing self-reflection, doing like this. I don't know, exploring what your mind is, what's going on with the mind, something like that. I did the same thing for my
totally.
quarter life crisis.
For your life crisis? Oh no.
No, like quarter life crisis
Quarter life
when
crisis.
I
Okay.
was around 25 and 6. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah,
That's so cool.
that's funny. I call solo travel, I call it my church, because it's
Uh,
like that sort of time when you can be
uh,
reflective, and you can like set everything else aside and just kind of figure out how you're feeling, or like what's going on in your mind, because a lot of times in your day-to-day life it's just there's too much other stuff going on, and
mhm.
you're not really like
You're
in a
not
position where you
thinking.
can, yeah, just be thoughtful. Yeah.
That is so true. Like we are too occupied with work or like whether it's like party or meeting with other friends, it's like there's no time for you to talk to yourself.
Yeah, I think that's true.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's hard to set that time aside for yourself sometimes in daily life, for sure.
Okay. So out of all these, I don't even know. Like you've been to so many places. I don't even know where to start. Out of all these countries or let's start with continent. Like, which is your favorite continent?
Favorite continent? Probably Asia.
Oh, really?
I just think the culture is so much different than everything that
Uh-huh.
I grew up with. The food is so much better than everything I grew up with. the
Oh, okay.
the way of life, I appreciate how like structured and orderly everything is in terms of
Hmm.
like public transportation and like uh I don't know, even like when I lived in Japan, like just the way that like the trash and recycling was very like I don't know. Um yeah, I don't know. I think Asia is just like the coolest part of the world for me for a lot of different reasons, but yeah, even just like the languages, I think the languages are so much cooler than ours, and even though they're much more difficult for an English speaker to learn. But yeah,
How about what countries in Asia?
I've really loved Japan, of course, but I also really love the Philippines. Just
Oh, okay.
Philippines, the people are so kind, and
Yeah.
there's no language barrier because everybody speaks English, so that's really cool. And the beaches are just like unbelievably nice,
Yeah.
and
Stunning. Have you been to? I think it's called Cebu, right?
I haven't been to Cebu, but I've been to Manila, of course, and then Palawan is like a longer island to the west of where Manila is, and there's just that's kind of like a big spot for beaches and stuff. Yeah,
I've
Palawan.
been there once. I went into the whale watching. Uh,
Oh
the
yeah,
the
in
whale
Cebu.
shark. Yeah.
Oh wow, cool.
Yeah, yeah. It
So
was
you
awesome.
you went like diving?
Yeah, yeah. I am an AOW diver.
Oh, what does that mean? I don't know what that means.
I think advanced open water.
Okay,
So
wow.
yeah, I got my diving license in Thailand, and then I went to Cebu with my friend. Yeah, it was very cool. We got to see like the big whale shark.
Oh wow, that's awesome. Huh.
Yeah. So Philippines and Japan. Wow. Okay. How about out of all these countries you have been to, like 89, which is crazy. Which one is your favorite and least favorite?
I mean, favorite is like impossible question. I don't know. I could say some that come to mind though. I would say Peru is just a really amazing place. I think the thing about Peru that's interesting, like compared to the rest of Latin America, and this is just my opinion,
Mhm.
but like in my opinion, compared to the rest of Latin America, like Peru is the place where like the indigenous, like Inca culture is
Yeah.
the most infused. Like a lot
Machu
of the rest
Picchu.
of, yeah, Machu Picchu, but also just like the way people are in Cusco and like in other spots in Peru too, not just in Cusco, but like Inca culture is like very well preserved and very much a part of
Mhm.
society where like other parts of Latin America don't really feel that way. Like Paraguay somewhat too because they have the Guarani culture that's also like pretty well infused, but other parts of Latin America just kind of feel like very
Uh,
similar to
so
other.
you like the historical part of Peru, right?
Yeah, I would say so. And I
That's the
also
only country I have been to in South America. It's
okay.
very cool. Yeah,
Yeah,
I love how it's so what's the word, peaceful. So muy tranquilo and Cusco,
tranquilo,
and
yeah.
the seafood in Lima is just awesome.
Oh yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's
Oh.
cool. Um, I mean, I would also say for me, like I really like places that are kind of like a mishmash of multiple cultures.
Hmm.
Um, I really like Brazil because of that. Like Brazil is just like so many different things all mixed together, and somehow it just turns into this beautiful thing that works really well.
What kind of things?
Uh, if you take, for example, like the city of Salvador in like northeastern Brazil, that's kind of like the the city where it was like the it was like where the slave trade when they came over from Africa, Salvador was where they landed. So it ended up
Oh.
with like the strongest kind of African influence in their culture. So like there'll be like drummers, there'll be like traditional like African drum style stuff on the street, like alongside like Brazilian food and like tropical shakes and uh so I like places like that where there's a mix of things going on, where it's not just
Very
like one thing.
diverse.
Yeah, diversity for sure. Um, I don't know. Like, what else would I say?
How
Another
about like
really,
the most shocking country, like totally different vibe that
uh, I would say probably Afghanistan is probably like the place I would.
how come?
Uh, it's the only place I ever was where before we even landed there, we needed to go. We were in Pakistan and we had to get our visas to go to Afghanistan from there, and we needed to go like to the markets in Pakistan to get specific clothes to wear in Afghanistan because you couldn't wear like I couldn't
Oh,
wear
really?
a t-shirt or shorts or anything. Like you need to wear like traditional clothing that's like Afghan like
That's mandatory,
uh
or
I wouldn't say it's like mandatory, but like
you need to
it would,
respect the local culture, right? That's
you would get stopped by the Taliban and like you would get like probably
oh, that
you'd probably
okay.
get harassed if you didn't do that. Um and like we went there right after it was 2023 when I went there. Yeah. So like right after the war finally ended and the Taliban like had taken over and stuff. So when we went, it was the first place I ever went where there was like security checkpoints all the time. Like you had to have your passport on you, and they would like look at your passport and like ask you what you were doing. Like not just like when you flew in, but like if you're driving from one city to the next. Um, and like what was amazing to me about that place was, sometimes when you go to a place that's very different from everything that you know,
Right.
that's when you really think about like what is universal about us as people. Like, we all have things about our culture that we're very proud of and that we love to show off. Like it's our food.
Sometimes we think we're the center of the world, right? For example, some people might stay in their country or even their city for their whole life, and sometimes we get too trapped like in this mindset.
Yeah, like the risk there is like you might think that that's all there is, or like or you just don't really see what else like that there are other ways to live. Yeah, exactly.
So it's
um
like very refreshing to see a different environment.
yeah, and um it's a good reminder of like the things that make human beings happy
Mhm.
are the same everywhere, even though we try to complicate it by thinking that we need like fancy technology and we have to have the latest whatever. But like, it's not really about that. What makes you happy is like being around a group of people, sharing a really good meal, having a great conversation, um, having a new experience,
Yeah,
uh, getting to know somebody a little more deeply. Like, those are things that just is universal. Like, everybody, everywhere,
I
that's what.
love that. I have the same kind of feeling when I was in Peru. Like a year ago, everybody in the US were talking about technology, AI, and this kind of stuff. And then like a little like grandma or those aunties in Peru, they're carrying like a big backpack. They're selling clothes. They're so peaceful, so happy, selling like this kind of food. And this AI technology seems like has nothing to do with them, but they're so happy. And
Yeah.
there's I was thinking there shouldn't be any like mainstream thing. It's like we're all just monkeys with different cultures.
Right. Yeah. Monkeys with different habits. Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Totally true. Yeah. Yeah. That's a great point. Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a lot to be said for like hanging out with the older generations, like wherever you are in the world, because of that. I think there's a lot of new stuff that gets in the way of like the eternal truths of life, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know.
What's your favorite thing when you're traveling? Is it like the scenery, the people, or mm, the food? Like, tell me something that your best experience when you um went to a certain country or something.
Um, that's interesting. Favorite thing about traveling, uh, I think it's just more like when I'm in a situation I've never been before, yeah, when I'm doing something I've never done before, or when I see something I've never seen before. Just like that's the moments that like blow my mind of when it's like I've never seen anything like this in my life and it's been here the whole time. Like whether it could be any of the things you listed. It could be like a cultural experience, it could be like a tribal dance, it could be some kind of food that I've never experienced before. It
Mhm.
could be a really beautiful view. It could be like an architectural style I've never seen or heard of before, or it could be like a really cool museum, but it's just like I think the reason that I keep doing it, that I always want to go see the next place, is because I want to know what I don't know. You know,
Mhm.
like
I like that.
yeah,
For me, I think it's like the unexpected things. I don't know about you, but like I don't like making plans. I like something that happens to be like the little surprise. What's the word? Serendipity or
yeah, like serendipity. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. So when for example, when I was in Thailand or in Peru, when I didn't make any plan, I was living in those hostel, and because I was missing the schedule. I was like missing something, or I went on the wrong path. But I ended up meeting a bunch of like great, interesting people, and that happened to be like the best experience ever. I think this kind of thing make me like like remember the journey more than anything else.
yeah, yeah. I think you're absolutely right about that, because it's like 5 years from now, the thing that you remember is not the perfectly planned,
Yeah,
beautiful, like immaculate hotel room. It's like the sweaty hostel where like you had like a shitty fan, or like the air conditioning wasn't working right, and like everybody in the hostel had like a big laugh over it, and like you just ended up staying up late and drinking together because you weren't going to sleep. Like that's
yeah,
the memories are always created like in not in the ways that you plan for. I think you're totally right about that.
yeah. My friend and I we went to Puerto Rico together, and then I was supposed to book the hotel for us. I make a very stupid, dumb mistake. I booked the hotel for like the next year somehow.
Oh,
The
okay.
next
Yeah.
next few weeks, so we ended up having to walk around. Uh, we just landed. It was like very early, or like 3 or 4 a.m. We ended up like having to book another hotel, and we couldn't check in. But we were like walking on the beach, and it was like amazing sunrise, and then there was like some cash on the ground, and then I just picked it up. And
Really?
then yeah, I think that's the only thing I remember about our trip, and we ended up just laughing, and yeah, it was very cool. But I shouldn't make that mistake, but it was a cool experience. We got
Yeah,
some
that like
cash.
yeah, that's awesome. And like the other thing about that is when you are in situations like that that don't really happen in your daily life, like
Mhm.
that's when you learn about yourself that like I'm gonna be okay. Like I'm gonna figure it out. Like I know that I have problem solving skills that I didn't, that you wouldn't otherwise know that you had until you put yourself in that position. I think that's like a major life benefit that people don't really think as about travel. But yeah, I think it makes you much more confident in situations where not everything is certain or you don't know what to do. Um,
Like
because
adapting.
yeah, because you're like practiced at that. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I think that's the whole point of traveling for me. Like you wanna break the current situation. You wanna try something different. You go up to a new country, new place, and then you learn how to live there. For me, traveling shouldn't be like you go to one spot, you check it out of the box, and then that's it. For me, it's like really live there. So
Yeah,
that
sure.
includes like solving all the problems and meeting new people like you're like a native.
Totally. Yeah. 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 Isn't that like was that a Mark Twain quote? I don't know. Somebody who said like the tourist sees what he has come to see, and the traveler sees whatever there is to see. Like, you know, like the
Interesting.
tourist sees what he's got on his list, and the traveler sees whatever there is. Yeah.
I like that. Yeah. How about the your least favorite place or country cities?
Um. Hmm. I think this is probably an unpopular response, but places like Dubai like don't really do it for me. Um, and I think the reason is like it's a place that's more about money, in my opinion, than anything else. Like the
Money.
culture is mostly just being rich and spending lots of money.
Like luxury life.
Yeah, like the luxury life. Like that doesn't really I don't that's kind of why like I'm not like a resort style travel guy. Like I don't like going to like a all inclusive resort and like eating the food that the hotel
Mm,
has. Like for the same reason, because it just kind of feels like
similar.
yeah. So you spend a whole bunch of money so you could stay in your little bubble, which is kind of
Mm,
like not the point,
good
in
point.
my opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So when you travel, what's your life travel style? Like, do you live in hostel, hotel, Airbnb, or
Yeah, kind of any of the above. Kind of just
oh, okay.
um
Really depends.
yeah, I mean, I like hostels, especially if I'm traveling solo. I mean, people would probably think like, oh, 40 is a little old to be in a hostel, but it's really not nowadays.
No, nobody cares, and they're like all ages in the hostel. I met
Yeah,
like grandma, grandfather traveling in hostel as well, and they're fun.
yeah, totally. Yeah. And I think one of the things that scares people about solo travel is like, oh, I'm not gonna just like walk up to somebody and like make friends with them. Like I don't know anybody there. And it's like that's true, but what you have to do is kind of like engineer situations for yourself where you're more likely to have those kinds of interactions. And like a hostel is a really easy way to engineer that because everybody's doing that. Everybody wants to meet somebody. That's why they're there. So
Totally.
it's not like you're like walking up to somebody at a restaurant and saying like, "Hey, you want to be my friend?" Like that's not
Yeah,
that's not
yeah, because you kind of already exposed to yourself to that environment where everybody they are actually expecting that somebody might talk to them, right? Or
exactly. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, yeah, that's the one of the things I like about hostel. I mean, it's cheap. Yes, that's one reason, but also the chance of meeting like great people. I love making friends at the like the local city.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
so cool. So for someone, if how can you afford this kind of lifestyle? I know you mentioned that you work for creative agency or creative director. You are.
Yeah, I work for an advertising agency. I mean, I think a lot of people think it's more expensive than it actually is. Like I don't know, I just went to El Salvador for a week and granted I flew from Miami so the flight was only a couple $100, but like I went for a week with my friend and we stayed in Airbnbs and you know, we ate local food and we went on like day tours to cool places like Mayan ruins and stuff. But like I didn't even spend $1,000 in a week, including my flight, and that's that's pretty typical and very possible like lots of places. So I think um I don't know, like how can you afford it? I think just try to investigate like how much it's actually going to cost because it's probably a lot less than you think. Because I think a lot of people think like, oh, you're going somewhere for like a week or 2 weeks, you probably need like $5,000, right? And it's like, nope, I never spend that much money.
So so right now it's because you have a full time job. Before, were you do you always have a full time job or you
uh,
or full time traveling for a while?
when I was backpacking for a year, I was just traveling, and that was I in the divorce. Like he kept the house, so
Hmm.
so I had some money from that, so I didn't really have to worry about anything because of that. Because like he bought me out of my side of the house. So that really like I was freelancing some at some point when I was on the road, which I think is another thing like that's very possible.
Hmm.
If you want to have that kind of lifestyle, you can freelance. You can do these things called workaways. Have you heard of workaways before?
No, is it like Upwork? Or
No, workaways is what's the website? Is it workaways dot? Let me see here. Workaway. Yeah, it's workaway.info. Um, and what it is it's like people all over the world. Like I think there's like 150 countries plus on there. People have like maybe they own a hostel, maybe they run a farm, maybe they run some other kind of business, maybe they just need somebody to help them with their kids or whatever. But anyway, they post jobs on there
Mhm.
that are generally like short term jobs, like on the order of like a month or 3 months or whatever, like to the point where you don't need to get a work visa is what I mean by that. Like you can just go on a tourist visa. Um, and generally on there, people will pay for your room and board, or there's some kind of deal where like you are not making any money, or maybe you're making very little money, but like your room and board is paid for, so you don't have to worry about spending all your money on that. So you can just spend your money on fun, doing it, doing what you want to do. Or if you just want to have the experience of living there, like maybe you want to go help out some guy who owns a hostel in Madagascar, and like that's your life for 3 months. Like that's cool. Like, um, so I always recommend Workaway to people for that because it's a very cheap way to get to anywhere, basically anywhere you want to go.
That's cool. That's like usually some farm or even some hostel they have something like that, right?
Yeah, yeah. Or like a lot of times it's people who have some kind of trade. Like if you want to learn how to do some kind of trade, like maybe they do pottery, or maybe they do textile weaving, or maybe they do whatever. A lot of times people just need helpers, and so they'll post Workaway ads on there.
That's so cool that you get to travel, stay there for free, and you're also learning something new.
Yeah, right. It's awesome. It's a really
Yeah,
cool thing.
because like for me, life is all about collecting experiences.
I
I think
agree.
that's so cool.
I totally agree. And like I'm a little old now, but also like if you are under 30, I think like there's a like for New Zealand and Australia,
Oh
there's like
yeah, I heard
working
about that. The W something
working
Weaver.
holiday visa, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so you can stay there up to a year, I think, or yeah, I think it's up to a year as like a working holiday visa. Um, and now there's so many digital nomad visas too. Like if you have a remote job and you want to move for like a year or 2 years or whatever, a lot of countries are opening up to that too.
Here comes the question: how do you get a remote job? I try to get a remote job. I wanna have like a such lifestyle.
Man, this job market is tough. Like I don't have a great answer for that right now. It's
I
way
think
harder.
this is a super interesting title that you say you're a creative director, right?
Uh-huh.
Like, what do you do exactly? I know that you need to be creative. You design like the strategy of the advertisement. That's my
Yeah,
understanding.
so
I'm not
so
sure.
yeah, basically let's say you are a business who wants to get your website doing better, or you want to start doing like social media, or you want to build an app, or you want to whatever. So you would come to my agency, you'd say like, hey, these are our goals. So then as the creative director, it's my job to turn like your goals into a creative strategy, and then like make that happen through the design. And also like my background, I come from the copywriting side of things, so
Mhm.
I'm all about the message and the words and the brand voice and the brand tone and all that stuff. um but yeah, so basically I write websites, ads, email marketing, any kind of stuff that the client asks for. um and Yeah, I mean, I work hand in hand with graphic designers, and we together like we do that stuff.
So like the writing part of the ads. Okay. How's is AI like having a big impact on your industry?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's scary times. Yeah, it's scary times. I don't know, because the thing about it that I see is there's an awful lot of clients who believe that AI can just write everything for you, design everything for you, and so like, why do we even need you? Which has led to like a decline in our business, not like dramatic, but it's harder for us to get
Yeah.
more business. But I also think that there's a point that people are starting to realize, which is like part of the reason you need a creative director, a writer, a designer. Part of the reason you need those people is because like you, the client, know the result that you want, but like you don't know how to get there. So like you can't exactly tell AI this is exactly what I want, and it's not going to be able to recreate it because you don't really know. Like you need somebody to help you explore it. Is
Yeah.
the
You
thing.
need the experience.
Yeah, and somebody who has the judgment of like, I've been doing this for years and years. I know that's not going to work because X, Y, Z. You should do it this way instead. Um, so it's kind of hard to tell. Like, I think I think a lot of companies are like AI crazy and going for like using up all their tokens and making sure that they put out as much stuff as they can, like with AI versus with real people. But I think there's going to be a point where it's going to like level out. And like maybe you don't need writers and designers to do 100% of stuff anymore, but maybe it's like 70. I don't think it's zero is the thing, you know.
Mhm.
I think it's just going to take a couple years before that shakes out
Yeah,
where we
human being, I think, is still more creative than AI.
yeah. Yeah, cuz the thing about AI is like, at least when it comes to writing, is it's going to come up with something that I've seen before, that I've heard before, or that's like trying to be clever but isn't really, or like uses a metaphor in a goofy way, or like, you know, it's not going to have a very original idea, is
All
the
right.
thing.
So since you have been to so many countries, how come you didn't have the idea of being like a content creator or being your building your own brand or
Um,
did you do that?
I just don't think I would really enjoy that much.
Uh,
uh,
you prefer living really at that moment, right? Instead of
yeah,
recording it.
I mean, like I'm a writer at heart, like not just like
Uh,
for advertising, but like I if anything, I would write books.
performing.
That's what, like, if I get to the point where I have enough savings that I can just like quit and do whatever, that's what I would do. I would like travel around the world and write books. That's what I would
Oh,
do.
that's so cool. Yeah, you're giving me the vibe of the guy from Call Me by Your Name.
Which one?
Oh, obviously the American one.
Okay.
Because he's a writer. He was traveling in where is that? Italy?
In Italy, yeah.
Have you been there? Have you been to Italy?
Yeah. Yeah, I spent a lot of
That
time in
same
Italy.
town?
Oh, no, not that town, no.
Okay. 'Cause, yeah, I haven't been to Europe yet. It's on my list
Okay.
for my it was on the plan, but COVID happened, so didn't get to go. So yeah, I really want to get some recommendation from you. If I want to travel a lot this year, I want to get some idea of like where to go first, like just like a general overview of the continent, countries, or cities.
Okay.
Can I show
Well,
you the map so it's easier
absolutely.
for us to discuss?
Sure.
Let's see if I can share. Can you see my screen?
Yes. Yes, I can. Okay. So that's you.
Yeah, I mean, New York. So you're based in where? You said
I'm in
Miami.
Miami. Yeah.
Miami is awesome. I like Miami. Would you when you did like you're traveling, were you mostly based in Miami and fly to other places, or you were like just based other places before?
Um, for the last 5 years, yeah, I've been based in Miami, but I lived in California for a long time, for 10 years. So I did a lot of trips from there as well. Um,
Mhm.
and then
I
when I
was
lived in,
based in Denver before, so I was mostly like traveling inside the U.S.
okay, yeah, 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 I'm like a big national parks fan too. So a lot of cool national parks to hit for sure out west.
So yeah, let's start with the U.S. And which states do you think is the most interesting? I probably have been like half of them so far, but I don't
Okay.
know if I miss any interesting.
I would say uh, Alaska is amazing. You got to go to
Mhm.
Alaska. There's there's a million national parks, and it's just like it's not like
Oh,
anywhere else in America.
Alaska. I've been there for only 2 days. I did the glacier hiking, but
Oh, where?
um, Anchorage. I didn't go to the other. What is it called that you need to take a 8 hour train to go there? The other. I didn't go there.
Oh, to Denali. Yeah.
Denali. Yeah, I didn't go there. I was only in Anchorage.
Okay, but you did like a glacier hike.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
I don't
that's
even know how to pronounce that name, but yeah, I did that.
okay. Yeah, that's cool.
I,
Yeah.
I would like to go again because I wanna experience how it feels to be like 24 hours, no daylight or only daylight.
Long daylight. Yeah, yeah, that's wild. I've never experienced that either.
I heard like September is the best time to visit Alaska because
Oh,
you have everything. You have like there's still some snow, but you also have like the great like nature scenery.
yeah, yeah. I don't know. That's when I went, but I mean, that's the only time I have for reference. So it was
Ooh.
great.
Alaska and what else?
Um, I would say as far as national parks and stuff, like Idaho, Montana, Wyoming. It looks like you've been to a bunch of those places around there.
I Idaho, yeah, I went to I think Yellowstone is around here, right?
Yeah, Yellowstone's like Idaho, Wyoming. Yeah.
Hmm.
Um, South Dakota is just really beautiful, and
Really?
yeah, like Badlands National Park is there, and there's lots of places to see bison. Like Custer State Park is there. Um, and like yeah, I mean, driving across the middle of South Dakota, it's very flat and it gets kind of boring. But like Badlands National Park is really cool and worth it.
Oh, cool.
Uh,
Yeah, because I was told that it's like kind of like in the middle of nowhere. So I didn't go. Maybe I
yeah,
didn't.
but like when you drive through like where Mount Rushmore is, like the Black Hills and stuff, that's really beautiful area too.
Okay, okay, put it on my list.
Um, I mean, where else in America? Geez, I really like Montana. I think Montana is just gorgeous.
I haven't been to Montana either. I mean, only Yellowstone, but not
Yeah,
there.
and that's where like Glacier National Park is.
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. How
Yeah,
was that?
uh, beautiful. Just yeah, really beautiful. Um, I mean, where else can I tell you in America?
Hawaii.
Or yeah, Hawaii's great.
Oh, it's definitely, yeah. I think, yeah, yeah. I think, oh, Oregon. Oregon is on my list.
Okay, yeah, Oregon's beautiful. Yeah,
I think that's it for US.
yeah.
What else would you recommend in the North America part? Canada?
I haven't been to as much as Canada as I would like to, but I want to go to Newfoundland. I really want to go there. I was researching it a lot, and I almost went there this summer, but it didn't work out. But
Newfoundland. Oh, yeah.
yeah,
I didn't know anything about it.
yeah, Newfoundland is just
It's pretty.
it's just like very dramatic landscapes. There's a national park there. It's called Grosmorn. I don't know how you say it. Grosmorn National Park. Just like dramatic landscapes. And there's like it's kind of like the gateway to getting up towards Greenland. So there's like puffins and there's like little tiny remnants of icebergs that like drift down, and um, it's just very different. Even though it's North America, it's just kind of a different world.
Wait, I think I heard about it. It's like the part where the earth, like the ground, is like going up a little bit because that's the end of this like
Oh
you know
yeah, like
continent.
the continental. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
I think you're
Oh,
right. Yeah,
yeah, I heard about it. Yeah, I would like to visit it too.
yeah. I would
And
like to.
then the continent that I want to visit the most would be South America.
Okay, I love South
'Cause
America.
this year, yeah, because I want to improve my Spanish and I really want to explore like the whole. I want to do like a backpacking trip, like for like for a few
Okay.
months, like 3 months, and then all over, maybe Central America, South America. What would you recommend me to go? Like the route, where to start,
Oh
or are
man.
the highlights?
Um, I would say it kind of depends. Like, do you want the big city experience? Do you want the beach experience? Do you want the mountain experience? Do you want the jungle experience? Do you want all of those things?
I want all those things.
All those things. Okay. Um, like big cities, like it's really hard to beat Mexico City. Mexico City is like mind-blowingly amazing. I really, really love Mexico City.
Really,
I would love to someday.
what do you like about it?
It's like New York, but Latin America. Like it's very sophisticated, very cosmopolitan. Their public transit system is fantastic. Their museums are amazing. Their food is incredible. Um, they have a gay district, which is also not common in many Latin American cities.
Mm.
uh,
They have a what? A gay
a gay
district?
district, like it's called Zona Rosa.
Oh, okay.
Uh, it's like also close to Teotihuacan. Like all the Aztec stuff that's there is really amazing too. Um, yeah, Mexico City is awesome.
It's not expensive, right? All over South
Not
America,
expensive.
it shouldn't be expensive at all.
Mexico City might be expensive compared to like El Salvador or like Guatemala, but
Huh?
not not expensive compared to America for sure.
Guatemala. Actually, I want to go see the volcano in Guatemala, and I heard they have
Ooh, yeah.
like a Spanish camp there that I can just take intensive lessons.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Yeah. One thing I would say about like learning Spanish, I think it's good to go to a place that has a fairly neutral accent. And like,
Mhm.
I would say Mexico, Guatemala, El Salvador, Colombia, Bolivia. Yeah.
How did you learn your Spanish?
I lived in Spain. That's where I learned my Spanish.
Ah, okay, okay.
Um,
And also Miami, right? There's a lot
yeah,
of.
it's very useful here. um, yeah, but places I would say don't go if you want to learn Spanish intensely. Don't go to Chile because their Spanish is really their
The
accent is
accent,
so hard.
I
Um,
heard about it, yeah.
Puerto Rico, same thing. Their accent is just so difficult.
Wait,
Um,
I heard Chile. Is it winter there right now? I'm
it
not very
would
good
be
at.
winter there right now. Yes, yeah,
Yeah,
because
because I heard it's like the snowboarding season during August or something.
oh yeah, I mean that makes sense. Yeah, because they have all the mountains and stuff. Yeah.
So would all this country be winter or only Chile?
Everywhere south of the equator, yeah, would be winter.
Okay,
Uh,
so would it be really hot to go? Really cold to go?
well, like I went. I was there. I was there in like July, August in Chile, Argentina, Uruguay. It wasn't that cold, especially for you as a New Yorker. It's not going to be like it's not going to be like blizzard. Um, it
Because
would
I
be like
really don't want to bring that many clothes. I
okay.
just want one backpack and just go around. I
It
think
would
it would
be
be easier.
chilly. Like you would need to have a coat probably,
Mhm.
but it's not going to be like snowing.
Okay, so anywhere above should be fine, like
Oh yeah, I mean
Mexico, Guatemala, Venezuela, all the way down to Peru. Do you think
Yeah,
Peru will be
I
fine?
think Peru would be a little chilly for sure. Because the
Okay.
other thing about Peru is most of it is so high up in the mountains that it's going to be chilly no matter what time of year. Um, but yeah, like Ecuador is always hot. Colombia, always really nice weather because it's close to the equator, but then it's high elevation, so it's not super hot. Uh, and then like all the Central American countries are just always hot. Just
Okay.
it's always hot. Yeah.
So, which would be like the most dangerous country or some? Are there any areas that I need to avoid?
Uh, it's not a great time to go to Cuba or Venezuela.
Okay.
Other than that, I would say if you're gonna fly into Mexico City, then go south, like because there's some of the states north of in northern Mexico are like where the drug lords are still in control. So
The
like
narcos.
yeah, yeah. Uh, but like southern Mexico, like when you get down to like Oaxaca and Campeche and Yucatan and stuff, like those places are great, safe. Um, uh, people still say that Nicaragua has issues and Honduras has issues, but I've only been like Nicaragua. I've only been to one city there. I haven't like driven all around or anything, so I can't really tell you. But where I was perfectly safe. Um, I think, yeah, the main ones to avoid would be Cuba, Venezuela, and just like northern parts of Mexico.
Okay. Wait, I wanna ask a question. Would 4 p.m. be a hard stop for you, or you're fine
No,
talking?
no, I don't have anything else going on.
Okay, awesome, awesome. Because I don't want to take up too much of your time. But I was enjoying talking with you. So,
Yeah, for sure. Me too.
okay, would you say it would be like if I go like a clockwise, or what would you recommend if I want to explore this continent?
I would just say keep in mind what the big hubs are in terms of airports. Like your big hubs are going to be Bogota, Colombia, um, Buenos Buenos Aires, Argentina, Lima, Peru, and then like Sao Paulo in Brazil.
Um, are
So
they expensive? The tickets from all these?
well, that's what I was going to say. Like, it's going to be more expensive for you if you fly between like smaller city to smaller city than if you like go from
Hub
one
to
hub.
hub.
Yeah, yeah. So I would say just keep those in mind.
Because I can travel for free if I fly out from US.
Oh, perfect. That's great.
But I don't know how it works. I will need to see. So
Okay.
maybe it's better if I fly back.
Okay.
I'm excited about my South America trip.
Yeah, that's gonna be awesome.
Okay.
I
Um,
think uh, one other thing I would say is that Bolivia. I think people overlook Bolivia or just like don't bother with it too much. But Bolivia is like incredible. I love Bolivia.
really? Oh,
Um,
because I heard about like there's a lake there, right? And then people said it's overrated because it really depends on the weather. The lake of the that you can
oh,
see the reflection.
oh, the salt flats thing. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah. That's actually like I didn't go there,
Oh, okay, okay.
but I went to like Santa Cruz. Like that's the only part of Bolivia that's tropical, so that was cool. And then La Paz is amazing, and like if you go to the border with Peru, that's where Lake Titicaca is, which is also really beautiful. And like Bolivia is really cheap, and I would say a place where they still like are like not overrun with tourists at all. So if you want to like be
Really?
genuinely like more likely to practice your Spanish, Bolivia is a good candidate because you're not going to run into like not everybody's going to know English, so you're going to be forced to.
Okay. Do you think those countries are very different or they're kind of similar? Do you feel like a big difference when you travel from one to the other?
Um, I would say what's more different is like the landscapes.
I
Like
see.
yeah, like even within Bolivia is like California in that way, where it's like you if you go a couple hours away, you're in the tropical area, and then you're in the mountains, and then you're at a lake, and then you're it's like and
That's
then it's
nice.
jungle. Yeah. but I would say like there is like a commonness to all of Latin America, that all of it feels somewhat similar, which I find comforting. Like I always feel like, okay, I kind of know how to get around. I kind of know what I'm going to expect here. Um,
How were you traveling around, like by bus or you're driving around, flying around?
if I have time, I don't mind taking buses if I have time, but if I otherwise then I just fly. Uh, but yeah, some of those bus trips are long and overnight and bumpy.
Okay.
So yeah, but dirt cheap. So like a few dollars to get from one end of a country to another sometimes.
And there are a lot of like hot guys in South America, right?
I mean, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, I heard about the Brazil.
Oh yeah, Brazil for sure. Yeah.
My boyfriend is currently in Brazil. So,
Is he? Okay.
hmm.
That's cool. Where? Like Rio?
Sao Paulo, Sao
Sao Paulo?
Paulo.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, Sao Paulo is cool.
Cool. Damn, man. 7 continents. I'm still shocked, you know. So where is it? This is Africa.
Yeah.
You've been to Africa as well.
I've been, yeah, not as many places like I've been to the fewest countries in Africa, but yeah, I've been
Did
to.
you do the safari? How was it?
Yeah, I did a safari in South Africa. I mean, that was cool. Like, uh, I remember like we had to stop the Jeep because like rhinos just walked right in front of us, so we had to like just wait for them. That was cool.
Oh,
And like the giraffes walk by and they're like close enough that you can see you can like you have to look here and they're right there.
interesting.
um oh, I also like in Kenya too, I did some safaris there. Kenya, I was very lucky because my college buddy, um he moved to Nairobi for like a while, like 5 years or more, because he was doing like humanitarian work over there. So I was like, can I
You
come
have a
visit you?
local tour guide.
Yeah, yeah. And he was like thrilled because he's like, nobody wants to visit me. And I'm like, I do. I'm gonna
Oh,
come.
that's nice. If I go for the first time, which country would you recommend first in Africa?
Um, that's tough. Because normally I would say South Africa is a nice entry point, but I don't know enough. I was there so long ago. It was like 15 years ago. I don't know like what the current like. I've heard there's a lot of problems with like power. Like they don't have power reliably 24 hours a day there right now.
Oh, I want
Um,
to go to Cape Town. I saw like pretty pictures online.
oh yeah, I mean Cape Town's amazing. Like I would say, yeah, but I would say probably South Africa or Kenya or Morocco.
Wait,
Maybe.
where's the safari again?
Oh, I mean, you can go pretty much anywhere in Southern Africa, like South Africa, Botswana, Namibia, Zimbabwe, Zambia, Mozambique. All of those in Southern Africa
Mhm.
would have great safaris. But I went in South Africa, and that was cool. Uh,
And it was not expensive either.
the thing about safaris is you can do like a luxury, like you could spend like $8,000 on like a ridiculous resort, and like there's like elephants outside your room, or you could
I don't
spend
think
like,
it's necessary.
no, it's not. Or you could spend like one or two, you know, you could spend a lot less.
Uh-huh.
But you just have to look, because you're definitely going to get a lot more of the like luxury safaris when you first search. You just kind of have to dig to find more affordable things, I would say.
Cool. So this is the part that you don't like that much, right? Middle East.
Well, I just not Dubai. Uh,
Okay, only Dubai.
yeah, but I would love to like I loved going to Egypt. I would love to go to Jordan. I haven't been there yet. Lebanon, I really liked as well, even though Lebanon right now is just, yeah, in the middle of getting bombed by Israel. But yeah, maybe not the safest time to go to Lebanon, but it's a really cool place. Uh, yeah,
Were you speaking mostly English when you were there?
yes, yeah,
Okay.
yeah, pretty much anywhere in the Middle East. Well, I shouldn't say anywhere, but like any of the places I just listed, you'll be fine with English.
Europe is also on my list. It's pretty much like the same as South America that I want to do like a backpacking trip.
Yeah, okay. So like, where do you really want to go?
I think the first stop maybe Italy or France or
Okay.
Spain. I don't know. What
Yeah.
would you recommend?
Uh, well, I mean, I'm partial to Spain because I used to live there, so I love Barcelona and
For work?
no, that was actually my junior year of college. I did a study abroad for my whole junior year.
Oh,
Um, and that was like before that I had never been anywhere, so that was like the thing that like opened my eyes up to the world. So
uh,
it yeah, it was cool. Um, I don't know because they're like in, in my like the way that I think about Europe, there's like two Europes in my opinion. There's like
mhm.
uh Mediterranean, beachy, like olive oil and tomato, fresh produce kind of Europe.
Yeah.
And then there's like forest and castle and mountains and foggy views and like that kind of Europe. So that's like, that's like Germany, Netherlands, Denmark, UK, Ireland, Scandinavia, those kind of places. So it's like for me, I love like Mediterranean. Europe is more my jam. That's just kind of more how I am. But like they're both amazing. You should see both of them. But um I don't know. So like Italy is probably I just love Italy. I've gone to Italy like a million times and I would love to go back a million more. Um
Really? Do you
uh
like what do you like the most about Italy?
Kind of the same thing I was saying about like Bolivia or like California. Italy's another place where it's got everything. Like
Uh-huh.
you can be in snowy mountains, you could be in the beaches, you could be in wine country, you could be there's lots of different ways to be in Italy.
Do you know what's MBTI? It's a personality test.
Oh yeah, Myers-Briggs.
Yeah, yeah. Do you know what's yours?
Yes, I am ENFP.
Really? I was like, that explains everything.
Oh, okay. Why?
Because me too. I'm
Oh,
ENFP
you are
too.
too. Okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because we're all about like collecting experiences, like meaning of life, like the feelings and intuitive, these kind of things.
Totally. Yeah, okay.
I have the feeling, yeah. Wow, okay. That's so
That's
cool.
funny.
Yeah.
Um, I mean, yeah, I don't know. Like, what do you really want to do in Europe? Like what things do you really want to see?
Mm, no idea. I wanna meet people, improve my Spanish.
Okay.
Um, I really don't have any expectation. Yeah, I wanna see maybe those castle by the ocean. Like Game of Thrones as well, something like that. That would be very cool to see.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I would say, at least my experience with Italy is that it was a little less backpackery than like Barcelona, Paris, Amsterdam, Brussels, London, uh, Copenhagen. I don't know, something about Italy when you get down there, it's not as much of a backpacker vibe. Like not so much in Milan. In Rome, yes, but not so much in Milan, not so much in like other parts. So that's just something to keep in mind. Like it's a place where I was surprised that I was like feeling lonely there when I was solo because it was like harder to find people.
It is. Maybe it's because it's like a resort kind of.
Yeah, I think Italy just like attracts. more of like family travelers and like people
Is
with
it
kids.
like South France?
Uh, I don't know. Maybe. I don't know. I don't really have a good answer for why it is that way. I think it
Mhm.
just is that way.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I promise I will let you go latest by 4:30. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Just talking. It's fine.
Okay. Okay. So you've been to North Europe as well.
Yeah. Not like a lot of it, but like I had a friend who lived in Finland, so I stayed with him for like a week and a half. He was in northern like halfway up Finland. So it was just like he was in the middle of the forest and we were like picking blueberries and like when you go to the supermarket in Finland, they have like moose meat in a can.
In the can. That's
very
wild.
very
That's really
different. Yeah.
wild. Wow.
Um
Did you see the aurora there?
no, wasn't the right time of year. It wasn't dark
Oh,
enough.
okay.
Um but yeah, and what else can I tell you? I went to Copenhagen and like a bit further north in Denmark as well. Denmark's really cool, but it's like the problem with Scandinavia is it's very expensive. So like if you're backpacking and you're on a budget, like just go up there, see it for a little bit, and then get out of there because it's too expensive to stick around.
It is.
Yeah, yeah, Scandinavian countries are much more expensive.
Mm, okay. I think that would be like too much to cover for one meeting. I think I will just start by exploring South America and then Europe, and then maybe we can talk more in the future. Wh-
Sure.
What would be your next spot to travel?
Oh, I'm going to Mexico in October. I'm going to two places I haven't been. I'm going to Monterrey
Hmm.
and Merida, which is on the Yucatan.
Nice. Yeah,
Uh,
maybe we can meet somewhere, around the world. Whenever you come to New York or I go to Miami.
sure. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.